Back like we never left. Welcome to another video, 365 Trading Academy. And today I'm going to be looking at the pound AUD. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We've got a lot of information. Woo! This chart was busy last year. I'm looking at all my last year analysis as I get back into the game in 2023. It's never too late. You don't have to start in January. You don't have to end in December. Markets are continuously moving. They flow. Do what Bruce Lee said, flow like water. Take like I've been watching a lot of very cool documentaries. But anyways, before I digress, because I normally do as soon as the mic is on, we're looking at pound AUD today, and the whole point is to figure out where on earth the price is going. I see I last was in this asset, give or take October last year, clean buy. And haven't been in ever since. So some of these zones then will be zones that we marked out together in the war rooms last year. If you know me, you know that red zones mean cowboy areas, means I ain't trading, means you might see a reaction, but I don't trust it. And you can see that when I marked this area as a red supply, I was right. Prices like just breaking through. And if you're sitting in this area, we wish you all the best, right? So pound AUD, so this is my very active chart, so I don't want to mess with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a mental note of what it looks like on the daily. We're not going to go break pound AUD down from the beginning. If you're new to any of my videos, start off with the Euro Turkish Lira video, because in there, somewhere in there, I did a little bit of teaching on swing trading and a lot of tips on how to handle bullish profile assets and how to swing them. So that's a video worth watching and finishing. I think all my videos are worth watching and finishing, but you'll definitely get a lot of value from that one almost immediately, right? So pound AUD, I'm going to go straight to the 12-month chart. The 12-month chart is exactly where we need to be. We start all our videos here because we want to understand what is going on. I see I last was here and I wrote chart went risk off, and that was probably COVID era, after COVID era, or something happened. Let's see, right? So I'm gonna remove all these notes and we're just gonna look at this chart for itself and understand what this chart is trying to tell us. Don't forget, if you like what I do and you want to do it the way I do it, hit the link down below and get access to our institutional trading course. It's appropriately priced because I haven't yet released my module 3, module 4, and so you're literally getting 4 modules at 50% off the day they drop, and you really have enough to trade with, to start trading profitably in my module 1 alone. And module 2 is just my trader's edge, which is absolutely empirical, that you understand how supply and demand works. Supplies and demands are not equal. They vary. Order blocks work very differently. Areas of values, all those type of rules, all that good stuff is in there. Yeah, it's up to you. Cheers. Right, so we've got 12-month supply. I'm looking at a sell profile asset, definitely, especially from the early 2000s after the dot-com bubble. Price just created a major turning point in 2001 and then sunk, and it kept sinking until about 2012, right? 2001 plus, like, banks think in 3 months, take profit in 1 year in a 10-year plan. That's the 10-year plan. Market started to sweep. If on the 12-month chart you were to call auntie, who's our auntie? We only have one auntie in trading. Her name is Auntie Fibonacci, and we pull a downward Fibonacci. You'll see that markets reacted perfectly with our retracement zones. And that's what price did. I teach these tools in module 2, but module 1, you must first know supply and demand. We had a beautiful touch of that 50% common Fibonacci area, very common for things like support and resistance, very common for retail trader areas of entry and exit, and also common for some liquidity traps. So why we only take it if there is a good strong confluence with it, and the good strong confluence in this area was the fact that there was a supply sitting right there. if you look at the area of competition, so markets hit a supply and then markets continue to go to the downside, right? So there's not much here. So sell profile asset when markets continue to go to the downside after draining the sells here and the sells there, markets then decide to create a new supply, doing what? Adding more sell pressure. And markets seemingly have just been, consolidating, trading sideways under the helm of this supply since 2019, right? 2021, 2023 prices there, right? So we're looking for a breakout of this zone. If I remove Auntie so she can go rest her feet, this is what we have in front of us, and this is actually an interesting take, right? This last green candle here for now today on the 1st of May looks like it's a bullish engulfing candle. I want to remind you that you can never make a decision on an active candle. This candle needs to close. This is the 12 months chart, so this candle is only closing on the 31st of December. So we need to keep checking up on this candlestick once every 2 to 3 months after every big financial quarter to see if it's definitely going to end as a bullish engulfing pattern, right? But if markets have a lot of sell pressure here and markets can't handle the sell pressure and they start to consolidate, you can only imagine the type of breakout we're going to get, because when markets stay compressed for a very long time in consolidation formats, they break out, and when they break out, they move, and you want to be part of that momentum move. Apart from this supply, that was from this supply, markets then created a new supply as a reaction to the old supply, and so we've got a zone that is definitely a supply that constantly gets bandaged, constantly keeps getting reinforced, right? And I'm talking about this supply of the 2020 year when I wrote the charts went risk off, right? Right, and then markets then had hidden demands, and we're probably going to find some 3-month demands down here, and then a bullish engulfing pattern over there, right? So switching over to the 3-month chart, right, and this is what it looks like. So all these yellow zones really is just a whole lot of sell pressure that's happened over the years to months. I'm going to start to adjust it. I'm going to adjust the first 3 months chart. Why? I want to find the area of value that is the closest to impact me, right? So these supplies from the early 2001 and whatever, all these supplies up here are not the ones that are going to affect my trading in 2023. In 2023, the first areas of value is where price is right now. So I'm going to adjust these two supplies like this on the 3 months time frame. You can see they still confluence. Price is taking more sell side pressure. We understand why price turned there now on the 3 months chart. On the 1 year chart, we couldn't. We just saw wicks. We saw hidden demands. But there we go. There's a 3-month turning point, clean demand, clean a fresh touch on that particular demand in 2016, and then like some more hidden demand going on here. And I wouldn't be surprised on the weekly or daily time frame if there was a valid order block somewhere there by the white line that actually is what holding price up here when price came back in July 2022, which is the third financial quarter of last year. Why am I talking in quarters? This is a 3 months chart. Every single candlestick represents a financial quarter. So I'm marking this area now in circles so we can investigate it. I want you guys to always ask yourselves why. Get out of this habit of just saying markets are random. No. Every time you tell your subconscious mind that you don't understand random things, right? Random things require faith. That's why you don't believe in something you know. All right, those of you who believe in God, you fundamentally believe in God because you don't know God. You must believe. You must have faith. It resembles an incredible human act of trust. You must have faith. Markets are not a place for faith. Nothing is random. So if you don't know why price turned there, don't have faith that it was supposed to, that it was just an act of randomness. Have an inquiry thing about you. Go investigate. Go investigate the things that made price move there. All right, and then keep your faith for much more bigger things like existentialism and religion and all that kind of stuff, where we need faith to understand some things. Markets can be studied and can be mastered, right? So, and this is literally it, right? So we've got this demand here. I'm not saying this hit this demand, but I am saying that there's something going on here on the weekly or even on the governing time frame. In terms of supplies, supply got contacted fresh touch, and now market is back here. This green candlestick is the active candlestick of the month of April, May, and June. So we're waiting to see how and when this candlestick here will close. When it does close, we will know for a fact where price is going, right? We'll see the reaction. In general, please don't forget that after a fresh touch, price needs to generally come back for a retest. But the same can be said to the higher supply. So this is going to pause anything. This supply here only got a fresh touch. And then this new supply here only got a fresh touch. So is market going to retest this supply and drop? Or is market going to retest this supply and then drop, right? Which drop is the one that's going to happen? We need to time that very carefully to the best of our ability in understanding price. And we'll talk about COT data and all that kind of good stuff later on in the year. Right, so now we're at the governing time frame. Remember, we said we need to understand why did markets turn there. So far, also still a little bit difficult to understand because you can see here, there's the counterculture, and then there is price here on the governing time frame, very low, that made that 3 months demand, right? Markets rally up, markets rally in, and on the governing time frame, I cannot ignore this, right? There is a much more immediate demand that price created, a much more immediate demand that price created. Over here. Right, and so we have to see what will price do. I'm going to tighten now my 3-month supply. Right, if I see here, there's my area of value. Remember, on the 3-month supply, please don't forget markets have already made one fresh touch. Right, and so we expect markets to come back down. 3 months chart, markets have already made a fresh touch, and now we're going for a retest. Please don't forget this. Right, could the retest of the 3-month supply be a reaction to a supply on the monthly time frame? You see there, that was a fresh touch of this big supply. But look where I've drawn the blue marker. Look what it looks like on the governing time frame. On the governing time frame, that fresh touch on the 3-month supply, guys, this is some good stuff, man. I'm breaking the stuff down. I hope you're paying attention. That fresh touch, which is over here, actually created a governing supply, which is what we are negotiating with right now in the very first day of the month of May. See this red dot blob here? That's today. Today is the 1st of May. So markets are preparing to react to a supply. I don't like at least how price rallied up there, but nonetheless, a supply has been made contact of, right? And when you tighten the supply, the 3-month supply, you can see on a daily time frame, I'll tell you 9 out of 10 times, price is going to break through this area and make contact with the higher supply. On the governing time frame, that is generally still the same case, only don't forget that price is fractal, right? So you could get fractality where price will go for the higher supply eventually, right? This is the HS, higher supply, but markets might still positively react like that, right? So first come down, get more buyers to roll with it, and then price comes back up. We're going to see that type of momentum being built up on the smaller time frames, smaller, higher time frames. By that, I'm talking about weekly, daily. So on the weekly time frame, we're looking at the true supply. On the weekly time frame, we're looking at the true supply, and it looks something like this. Clean imbalance, right? And that's what price has hit right now. Very, very clean imbalance on the weekly time frame. And markets are moving, and we can start to assume some type of residual pressure on this weekly, daily demand. So there was a daily a governing demand. I apologize here, and now I've got a weekly demand. If you can draw out these unnested demand zones just for your own sanity, you'll also realize that I guess from the beginning of this year, let's see, this is when, yeah, this is March 2023. Price has been slowly but surely building areas of value. There's a bullish engulfing pattern, price made contact, and price pushed up. Mark this zone, or I'll mark it for you. I'll mark this zone white, right? Let's see how price reacts, because price right now is clearly dropping. But today is Monday, it's the beginning of a new week. We'll see where price is and how price will deal with this area on Friday, all right? But some of you might already want to enter on the daily time frame. So let's quickly look at the daily time frame of pound AUD, and we'll call it a day, right? So there's Monday, 1st of May. really working its way through on the daily time frame, fighting a bullish engulfing pattern, which probably has no chance, because remember, this is a very significant supply, weekly, monthly supply. And if we look left, we just want to make sure we understand the land, right? So there's a daily supply there, the clean imbalance, right? And there's a higher supply that already got a fresh touch, right? So this is a very contested area in price. To be honest with you, I should have done pound AUD maybe last week, and maybe we could be in these cells. So I won't do anything impulsive. I really don't feel like jumping into price. But if you're good with your smart money concepts, you're going to wait for break of structure. You're going to look for continued structure. When price breaks structure, you're going to go to your smaller time frames, H1, H2, get a fresh supply. And there's nothing so far except for the one that's been created as I make this recording on the 2-hour time frame. I'm dropping all the way down to the 1 hour. There we go. Right. So we've got some clear massive structure breaks that are needed in this area on the smaller time frames. Yes, this will be nice, I know, right? But it's very slow on the curve. What would be so much better is to wait for something like this. Those of you who are risk takers, go get us. There, you want price to come back all the way into this yellow zone, tag that supply, and then go all the way down, right? That's pound AUD. My name is Leroy James Myceri. Thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate you. Thank you for hitting that link down below if you want to join our trading academy. We are here for you, and I'll see you on the other side. You're probably going to get this video 48 hours from now on, I don't know, but that's the whole point, is to equip you so that you can also do it yourself. So look out for this type of retracement to the upside. Look out to see if price will actually ever come back into that area of value. Never jump into a trade without some significant supply or demand backing you. Always know what you're doing. Trading comes with significant amount of risks, and taking place in massive bets that you can't cash is just generally always a terrible life decision. And if you can't seem to stop doing that, then stop trading. If you can't seem to stop taking uneducated, silly, impulsive risks, just stop trading. Get a different job, man. There are many other ways to make money. This is the most funnest way to make money for me. This is the most, you see what there's this 1 hour zone. I'm just making it slightly bigger and bigger. I'm swallowing everything. So I'm swallowing now the whole pick. The whole pick is already giving me an imbalance on the H4 time frame, and this is what it now looks like on the 1 hour. That way I am absolutely protected, right? So this will be a very clean entry to take in a nutshell, right? See you in the next video. 365. Peace.